Hi Gemini, welcome to your January astrology and Happy New Year. And this can be a year where you really focus on what you can do to make it the best year yet. And depending on which day of the Gemini month you are born, Gemini cycle you are born, your experiences can be a lot different from your Gemini twins. But for every Gemini, the message for you is to have a willingness to go deep. Have a willingness to go deep into your intuitive self, your psychic self, the depths of your being. It's a very psychological orientation. Let me discover why I think the way I think. Sometimes it might be a little bit scary to think that way, but let me discover why I think the way I think, why I feel the way I feel, why I do what I do. So that energy is there for all of you, and actually it kind of started in December, the later part of December. There was a conjunction with Mercury and Pluto on the 19th, and there's going to be another one on January 25th. And the energies, once we go into January with this other Capricorn vibration, is asking you to go deep within and discover different parts of yourself that you didn't necessarily think about before or pay that much attention to, and developing your intuitive psychic self. Now, some of this can do with the help of a lover, a help of another person. So that in getting very close with another person, very intimate with another person, there can be things that you discover or reveal about yourself that you haven't thought about for a long time or didn't even realize that you thought or you felt. So there is a closeness or a desire for closeness, whether it's with your higher self, your spiritual self, or with a deep friend, a lover. Now, there's a lot of movement of energy the first 10 days of the month. Venus had just gone into Sagittarius, opposite your sign, December 30th, and then so that energy is actually very positive for being opposite your sign to connect with people. And then Mars goes into Scorpio on the 3rd of January. Mars in Scorpio is a tough energy. Let me get moving, let me cut to the chase. And it's inspiring you to take care of your health. It's in your 6th house of health. It's inspiring you to, if you need to get things done that you don't like to do, routine stuff, laundry, cleaning, whatever it is that's not really your thing, no matter what that is, then it's saying just get it done. Focus on it and get it done and get it over with. There's also a message to make sure that you have your paperwork in order, especially that may have to do with banking or that type of legal paperwork that might come up. Now, that's on this side. The new moon on the 19th. This vibration is highlighting a lot of what I already said about the focus for the month for you. And one of the reasons why it's so deep for you is that the new moon is at a degree that's right at the doorway of what's called the planetary node of Pluto. And Pluto is about death and rebirth, transformation. And the way it's placed in your sign, in your chart, it's saying that there could be some adjustments that you make, but the pull is to look very deep within yourself. And when the sun shifts into Aquarius on the 20th, that's an air sign, that's your air sign. There's more like hallelujah, it's like I can breathe again. Things start lightening up. There's an energy of more space in life, and it's not like there will be plenty of jokes during January, but they can be a little dry jokes or dark humor. then when we get to this cycle with the sun going into Aquarius, that lightens up the energy. Of course, if we're in the northern hemisphere, the days are getting lighter, literally, but it does light things up for you, and it's a time where you might think of doing some travel. That will increase in February, but thinking of some travel. Now, on the 23rd of January, we have the full moon from Aquarius to Leo. And that full moon energy, you might be very sensitive to this particular full moon, even though it's not, quote unquote, your full moon. The moon isn't in Gemini. But the sun is in a sector of your chart that you have an affinity for. And so you could just feel this more, a desire to be out, a desire to connect, a desire to be with those of like minds, or that you just feel that you can be yourself with and share from the heart. The Mercury, of course, your ruling planet, which has been retrograde basically the whole month. I know it didn't go retrograde to the 5th, but it was in its shadow. When that goes direct on the 25th, again, it's ending the cycle of deep thinking that's been poked and prodded in your chart, of developing your intuitive self. And you may find that around the 25th that a lot of answers to questions that you might have thought, like, is there really an answer to this? Do I really know the exact thing to do? Should I do this? Should I go this way? That there's much more clarity by the end of the month for the inner sense of yes and choice. Really feeling that, yeah, I feel good about these choices. Now, the Geminis that will be impacted in different ways is that if you were born on June 2nd or 3rd, you might feel this heaviness a little bit more, as Saturn is in the mix and can be pressuring you a little bit more. It's like, I need to make a decision. If you can wait till the end of the month, that would be great. But you may feel the pressure a little bit more. And yet, if you were born around the 14th of June, then you are under the greater influence of Jupiter. And remember, Jupiter is the strongest when it goes retrograde around January 7th. And for all of Gemini, this energy of discovering your inner mechanisms is strong, that things can bubble up for you. It's like, aha, no wonder, revealed. But if you are born around the 14th of June, maybe 13th, 15th, a sector around there, then this is a month where something that you've been hoping for or something that you've been wishing for, you could have more opportunity for you to manifest what you've been working towards. Thanks so much, Gemini, and have a really great month and a very happy new year.